Hello everybody, welcome back to the 5th race of the NCS. We are here at Kentucky and taking a quick look through qualifying, and let's get this show underway. RS Fastline 11 with the pole and Jake to his outside. Green, 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 green. Have 67 laps today, and trouble with the 9 already on pit road as his season gets worse and worse with each race as the 11 pulls away, 3 wide for second. Oh, they are all over the place now. See, don't want the leader to get too far ahead, but hoping, oh, car in the wall, 18 of Italian Bum. It's going to take the long way back after contact with the wall. Run low, run high, don't run too high. Taking a look back at 3 wide action. That's sort of settling down after a few laps now. Oh, I see Ladion making a move, going down, but not quite able to make it stick. You could carry the high side on this track decently well, even though the battle for low ground is still the most prevalent thing in this game. There we see, getting single file here, but still some passing going on. Ladion falling back on the start. Here comes the 77, making his run to the front as the 52. Not sure what line he's taking. Here we see second place. Run high, run low. Oh, here comes the 12. If you could stay close to him, that wouldn't keep him in check. Alright, that's a 3 wide right there. 21 going all the way around. The battle for third heating up. Whoa. Yeah, 12 clears it, but Jake will probably get fourth using that momentum. We see the 5 looking to run down the 11 here. Here's a shot going into turn 1. Jerry making the low move as most of everybody else is sorted out here. Yeah, Jerry looking to put together some decent runs here after his beginning of the season wasn't as fortunate for him. As we look, the 9 is back out, but he's a lap down already. And he's already halfway to getting put a second lap down. The 5 is coming, though. He's looking to put himself in victory lane for the first time this year. But the 11 holding off right now. So 21 getting shuffling back there. But you see the 12 just in the middle of these two groups. First, second, fourth, fifth, sixth. Jerry's got speed. He's going real speed. He's trying to make bottom lane work, but look at that high side. It's going to carry the one past him on the backstretch. And then turn 3 and 4 is, I believe that's the corner with less banking, but if you get a good run off high there, you can get a longer shot down the front stretch. You see the 5 just all over him. This is the rear shot of the 11. And we have a caution. Our first caution of the day. And it was a backstretch wreck. Well, how could this happen? It is, CS Fast Lane 11 actually. Someone got into him. On second thought, maybe not. The 41 of Cha just slow through the turn, and CS rides it up the track, and that causes CS to get into the wall. Don't think anyone else. The back marker big one, so to speak. We got As take a look at slow motion, you see KSS running that high side, just slams right into him. And that takes out. That is all the back markers involved in that wreck. You see Caddy, KSS, Shake, Kyle, and Laundry. That's a 5-for-1 combo right there. Surely that'll soften up the back of the field, or something, I don't know. We see the 9 staying out. Maybe he wants to. Oh yeah, they got a couple lap cars that are going to restart to try to hold on to their lead lap status. Canadian Lux and Italian Bum. Yeah, as we see, every last one of those cars involved in that accident are out of the race, even CS. And Steve begrudgingly pits. Canadian Lux is going to get better finish because of that crash. That was our first pit stop under caution. Tayo did a great job not getting in the crash. But he runs 28th as of now. Italian trying to hold himself on the lead lap. And Canadian Lux has just resigned his fate to being a lap down. I think he actually... He's pulling up to the side, so they're both going to be side-by-side lap cars in front of this leader when they restart. So it'll be interesting to see who gets away first. I trust the 9 in this situation. You know that 18's aforementioned damage. As the restart is underway, go high, go low. Looks like the 18's gonna clear the 9. And this creates a situation here. As they're side by side. Lead lappers. The 12 could go for the lead here. Over They almost went 4 wide. They're 3 wide now. RS put a good separation as Hyper was the second car out there. He's going to be the one to challenge him. The 12 falls back. Oh, the 1 almost trying to nudge the 9 out of the way, but that high line run might give him a hassle as the top 2 pull away with the lap car of Italian. Oh, 9 goes way high now. And the 11 going low here. Is this the mistake? Or is it what he wants? Oh, the 9 with a run. The 9, wait, the 9, no, the 5. The Hendrick car with a run on the bottom. That is not quite. The 11 holds fast in the lead. See the 1 here, the 3 hangout buddies, 1, 2, 3 right now. Let's see what they do. Taking the lead, trying to see which one of them's gonna put up the best fight. 21 out of 6, 7 laps in. The 1 looking low. We saw what happened last time when Hyper tried to pass low. Oh, RS really wants to get around the 18 now. I think Hyper's run. Hyper gonna get a run, gonna try and convert that to a bottom side pass. Doesn't work out. Meanwhile, 4th and 5th are hanging in there. As, all these guys, their patience has run out with the 18. They're going to have to think of something and fast. Oh, man. Look at Jerry in 4th through all this. Racer putting it in 2nd. The 5 is going to get held up as RS puts the lap on Italian. So now everyone else scrambling to try to catch the 11. It's going to be the theme of the race here. The 1 going low, trying to take that line, but God, it's not easy getting work done here. Remember last time we came here, there was like 3 cars in the lead lap, and Jerry just waltzed to a free win. Jerry wants to win here again. He's going to have to earn it, god damn it. But who knows? They haven't had to make pit stops under green yet, and unless cautions happen on a regular basis, we'll see how the pit order shuffles the field around. No, Jake and Toad, they're getting brought up to this battle as RS just runs with it. The 5 continuing his assaults on the high side, trying to get anything done here. The 1 on the low side, is that going to work this time? Oh, Jake looking like he got trying to push it into the back of Jerry there. That almost resulted in a bad situation for those two. And as we see a couple more cars clearing the 18, let's run it back to the 9. Chippy in 8th. These cars trying to trickle around the 9. Mizzou and Blast to hold in the top 10, and see a huge battle here for mid-teens position. Fent Nation with the big-ass run from the high side. Fent must be feeling pretty safe knowing he's got that win last race to fall back on in case the season doesn't quite go as planned. And we see some other guys like Clipper, King in the mid-teens. You even have Lucas Cram running inside the top 20 with Cha. So pretty good races for a lot of these guys. As you see, the back of the field doesn't have those really slow guys. We just have these just field fillers in the midfield like Jumbo, Karibo, and Ty, just running mid-late 20s as RS has checked out of the battle as he is just pulling the fuck away. But Jake and Toad made quick work of that 18, as you see. The guys who weren't originally in the top 3 battle passing with efficiency, as the 5 just looks like he might have lost some of his mojo he had in the original run, as he's now running in 7th. You'll see Chippy and Blasta in the background, clearing the 9 back there. It's just, they're pretty wide right now, widespread. Insert your own racer joke here. That one car using up the whole track, am I right? I actually see some decent side-by-side in the midfield, though, too. Like, let's go back there. As the 9 car holds them up, Duke. Whoa, they're all running high. Whoa, everybody. Larson lining it. We see some takers on pit road as, oh, Mizzou hits Duke. Mizzou spins, takes out a volley of cars. I say that as like they got big damage. I think Vent's fine. There's going to be a caution during green flag pit stops. That is the worst case scenario, as Mizzou is sideways moonwalking down the front stretch. That's a first. What happened to the 19 car's AI? Oh, that explains it. The 19 was actually trying to pit, and he might have got a tip from the 77 as well, as both the FOE cars involved, as well as King with heavy damage. Everyone else seems to be okay. Let's take a look at this from pit lane 2. Yeah, up top, you see Toad, the presumed leader, and Duke almost getting a piece of that as cars scrambling now. And then we see the 19 just doing whatever the fuck that is. I mean, what the hell? Alright, so we got some cars pitting, some cars not pitting. I have no idea where in the goddamn hell anyone is on track right now. This is the dangers of green flag pitting here. Alright. You know, all those guys that came down pit road, initially, those guys, they're trapped a lap down. Toad Warrior on back are the guys who are on the lead lap and have a shot at this race. This is basically what happened last time at this track, except on a smaller scale. We see Vent Nation. He's probably trapped a lap down from the damage that he received in that crash. How about the others? Mizzou is 2 down. Misty Viper's managing his lead lap pace. It's even 19 now. And King is out of the race. So Toad Warrior leads them to green. But, oh man, Vent Nation having a pace problem. This is going to make it interesting as we have slow cars are back in business. And the 38 is shitting on the competition right now. This looks like a wreck waiting to happen. They're 4 wide. This isn't even the battle for the lead. This is just a battle for survival, I'd say. The 16 holding them up. 19 holding them up too. What the fuck? The 16 and the 19, they got together at Iowa. And they're together plotting the slowness of the field. See, even 19 shuffled out back. And I think the 16 is not that far from the back either. Yeah, trickling these lead lap cars. Exalta moving up to the runner-up spot, but Toad leading, just trying to see the guys in front of him here, like seeing if you could put these guys a lap down, because all those guys, like from Racer on to Hyper, they're technically on the lead lap, but if Toad passes them, they go a lap down. Same is said for the 9. The 9 could look to pass Toad to unlap himself. That would be great for Canadian Lux's race. But you know what I see coming? I see Exalta just, he looks like he's making up good time. Yeah, 3 wide in front of the leader. That's what you want to see. Just kidding, not at all. And it looks like the battle between the 2 and the 5. The 5 gets that launch off the corner that is so important. That's a saving grace for this race. As the 9 looking to unlap himself, he's also fighting the 2 for position. The 24 could play a factor in this race, all things considered. And the 14 of Arn, he's in 3rd place. He's looking to represent for the rookies of the season. The 7 of Blast also in 4th. He's looking to get his first win before he gets eliminated from the playoffs like last season. I mean, good for him that he got one, but let's try to make him count. Top 4 on rails right now as Eastlamp, and of all drivers, in 5th. Just right place, right time so far for the 20. As we see Jake running that super high side with the runs and everything. What about all these guys? RS and Racer are fucking hammering pace right now, but too bad they're fighting for 19th and 20th. As we see Exalta looking for the lead. And I think there might be one more green flag pit stop to happen. But not sure if it'll come with its own caution or not. Toad holding his own up high. You got to give it to that 38 for capitalizing on the situation. He was instructed not to pit when he saw his others around him coming in, and that paid dividends for the 38 team so far. They're looking to get their first win of the season. Not sure if the 9 is starting to hold up some of these guys like Arn and Blasta. I bet they'd appreciate it if he just moved over, wouldn't they? Oh man, if only racing was that easy. Toad looking for a super high lane there. It's too high. Exalta clears it for the lead. And Exalta Flames is now tasked with managing all these cars in front of him and behind him. It's going to be a doozy. But 9 has a couple cars going side by side behind him. Arn and Blasta fighting for third. It looks like Arn's going to take it for now. Just kind of like a much smaller scale of train racing, but those lap cars in front of Exalta, they're all racing for position, so they're going to take advantage of it one way or another. As holy cow, they got a side by side for the lead. 38 diving in, taking advantage of that lower line, but Exalta runs that momentum. It'll be interesting to see if we get another one of our close finishes for a final lap there. Jake once again diving it into people. I'm not sure if that's a him thing but we saw him do that to Jerry earlier in the race, and now he tipped off Italian Bum's quarter panel. That's interesting development, as both third and fourth have passed the 9. I think the 9 honestly just pitted because he's nowhere near anymore. So now that's going to be unfortunate for the race of the the 12 hard in the inside wall. That's going to be a caution. And the best part for some of these guys, like the guys who are in front of Exalta at that moment, are going to get back on the lead lap. Jake, Chippy are trapped while all the other lap cars get a second chance at life. Let's take a look at that nasty impact by the 12. Doesn't look like there was anything nuanced about it, any information that I don't know about. Let's go to our patented Backstretch Cam. Not sponsored by Backstretch Battles. Yeah, he comes off the corner and Ethan just gets the tip from the 38 of Toad, and that is going to end the 12's chances of victory here at Kentucky. Can't believe I had to think that long to think of the track's name. Jesus. Let's take a look at the running order as they come out of pit road. It's only going to be 11 laps left once they come out. And Arn, he's your leader. With F4 Ace in second, Duke in third, Lucas fourth, and Cade in fifth. We have new faces up front for the first time in forever. But actually, we've been seeing a lot of different guys up front. Here's a tip-off for some of these guys. You see guys like Racer, RS, Jerry, and Hyper got their lap back. So now all they have to do is slice their way through this field of cars in 11 laps to get as many spots as they can to salvage their race. Jumbo kicking off the top 10 here. We'll see if these midfield cars have a shot at this victory here. Yeah, a ton of lap cars, so going to be a pretty chaotic restart. See all those with damage, and the 12 who is clean out of this race. Green, green, green. Can the 9 hold on to his lead lap? Oh, who cares? It's too late for him to salvage his day, probably. As the lead, F4 Ace going for his first win. Surprised he didn't get it back in Season 1, but if he can win now, that'd be stupendous of him. 3 wide for the lead. Duke, Arn, and F4 Ace. Side by side by side. Blaster going so low there. 3 by 3. And they spread out. Lucas Cram into the wall. Lucas Cram losing a lot of position from contact with the wall. That's going to soil his good finish that he could have got here. This Duke files in third, Ace second. Arn leads the way. A win could not only put you in a good position for the playoffs, but it could also get you a ticket to the All-Star race. That's going to be something that you want to see, as we saw Karibo punched his ticket to the All-Star race earlier this season. And the top 3, if any one of them win, and Cade too, top 4 can all punch their tickets to the All-Star race with a win here today. It looks like Arn's going to helm the point here late in the race. As we see Jake and Chippy just scrambling to find any sort of track position they can get their hands on. Ace running in second. This is definitely a great run for Ace, as he's taken a step back this season, but it'll be good for him as Duke is in the wall. Duke must be cursed in this league, as he just cannot win no matter how good he gets. He'll have to settle in next week and beyond, as we see Jerry making up great track position already. F4 Ace, second place. Cade third, fourth. And we see some guys in top 5 here. Toad in the wall. A lot of drivers in the wall. It must be those tires are starting to really not hold up as well as they should. Arn is completely checked out though. 4 to go. I'm hard pressed to see anyone beat him. F4 Ace running the bottom, trying to get that from the 9. It'd be nice to see Arn and Cade get a 1-2 finish. That'd be something. As now Ace is clear of the 9. Cade trying to run that low side. He doesn't get clear of the 9. There's just 4 laps left, and with a gap of almost 2 seconds, it's looking like the ship has sailed. You see Arn was barely even visible on the backstretch view we have here. Take a look at some of those guys running up through the pack. RS makes some decent ground. All 4 of them actually having some sort of gang from it. Not gonna lie. Definitely better than finishing in the 20s, but not the race that those 4 were looking for to unlap themselves. Just didn't have time or luck to get it done. We see a lot of drivers going high this time by. Duke headed to pit road. Definitely a disappointing finish for Duke, as he once again pits on the closing laps. So something with his strategy just did not work out for him there. Arn manning the helm in Kentucky here. White flag in the air. Next flag will end it. See Arn and Jake having a little bit of a side-by-side going into turn 1. I think they're going to have a little friendly skirmish of a battle here. I think Arn might actually put the lap on Jake here coming to the line, but it doesn't matter for any of them. Not the same lap as Arn wins it at Kentucky. F4 ace ending up as the bridesmaid. Once again, second place. Jerry able to crack his way into the top 10. That's a sterling drive for someone who spent a lot of time that race. That was a lap down. I don't think we had any green flag pit stops. I'd say that was a pretty good experience here. That was a pretty big gap for the win, but, you know, the unexpectedness of all the cautions really did play into the coolness of the race, as we have a laundry list of DNFs and a pretty moderate amount of lead lap finishers here. So, yeah, I'll kick it off here, and we'll see you next time at a track longer than this one.